The Reference Profiles command provides you with streamlined tools to redesign your curb lines, to manage the vertical grading, and accommodate for crossfall changes at intersections and anywhere along your roads, as well as publish these directly to Civil 3D profile views. Let's take a look at the power of Reference Profiles to edit the left side of DeLawn Street running north-south. On the approach to the intersection, we can introduce a low point before the curb return, and also after the intersection we need to manage the transition from the road intersection back to the 2% crossfall on DeLawn Street. When creating reference profiles, you can create them all at once or individually. To create a single reference profile, you pick the main road and also the code that you would like to design. You'll see immediately that the crossfall of the main road changes because now we have a design reference profile controlling. The reference profile is connecting to a main road code, and the reference profile also has ranges over which you are locking the design to match the centerline. As well, you get to pick the relationship between the centerline and, in this case, the backer curb. You can either do that by using the elevation difference as per the template, or by specifying a slope and elevation adjustment. At any time, you can open the vertical design and review. You can see here that the design is matching up with the design of the reference road, up to the station ranges of your choosing. The software is also picking up the edge of road codes to match to. You can immediately review the longitudinal grade leading into your road and assess how that's going to perform across the road. You can also change the lock-in ranges. Let's adjust the user design range from, say, station 650 to station 900. Once you make a change and update your reference profile, the editing zones will adjust for you to control, allowing you to add PVIs to manage low points or to improve the longitudinal grades through the intersection zones. Note there are two white lines shown. These represent the design crossfall elevations measured off the centerline. For this design example, let's add a new PVI at around station 700 to introduce a low point ahead of the curb return. This will change the curb start elevations and grade. Update the surface as required by clicking on the Update button from the toolspace. Use the cross-section viewer to review the crossfall changes on the approach to the intersection to assess the crossfall changes as we transition across the intersection zone. The outgoing longitudinal grade can be managed north of the intersection up to the lock station of 900 feet, transitioning crossfall from the main road back to the 2% default. You can use the Profile Views command to create Civil 3D profiles for your main road alignments and, if desired, your reference profiles. Usually you want to project your reference profiles onto your main road profile view. You can use the Projected Profiles command, accessible from the Reference Profiles form, to achieve this. The Auto Create function makes it super quick and easy to create all your reference profiles for all your roads at once. You pick the roads you need to create reference profiles for, the codes you're designing off the road, and also whether you'd like to immediately create profile views and also create the projected profiles. You also preset here the styles for presenting those projected profiles on your profile views. The Reference Profiles command gives you full control over your left and right curbs, manages the reference ranges for each profile to use the centerline profile design, enables editing of the vertical design where required, and projects these reference profiles onto your main road profile views for production output.